If anyone is going to challenge the Boston Celtics in 2025 for the NBA championship, it will be the Oklahoma City Thunder. Coming out of the West, which is obviously very strong, they were the number 1 seed this past year and lost to Dallas in 6 games, who ended up being in the NBA Finals against the Boston Celtics. But this team is so young and so cohesive that they are going to run it back, and they've only gotten better throughout the offseason, adding Alex Caruso in a trade for Josh Giddey, who off the court and on the court just had not been producing what he was expected to. And this team has everything that you need for a championship contender. They have their superstar MVP candidate kind of player in Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, who averaged 36 and 5.5 last year on good shooting efficiencies, and even started to shoot the 3-point shot at a 35% clip, which is definitely an improvement from his earlier seasons. And then as a second option, as a wing defender and bucket getter, you have Jalen Williams, who averaged 19 points and 4 rebounds on 42.7% shooting from the 3-point line, which is well above league average and is exactly what someone like Shai needs. And I really believe that if you put Jalen Williams on that Dallas Mavericks team, that they would be a much better team. He's the ultimate second option for a driving kick guy like Shai or like a Luka. And then you have a guy in Chet Holmgren who's an interior presence, both offensively and defensively. He is one of the best defenders in the NBA, and his length and overall defensive ability allows him to guard anywhere from 3 through 5, and if he gets switched onto a smaller guard, he can still defend while also averaging 16.5 points per game and 8 rebounds a game throughout this past season on very good efficiencies. He shot the ball at a 37% clip from the 3-point line, and from the field he was a 53% shooter. And when you have 3 guys in different areas of the court that can all shoot the ball from the 3-point line as well as play above average to elite defense, you're going to have a very solid team going forward. And it's not just those top 3 players that provide scoring for this team. You have guys like Alex Caruso, who's just newly signed and can play a heavy role off the bench for this team. You have the other Jalen Williams, who has started to come to his own as a scorer and defender for this team. And then you just have Lou Dort, who is also a very, very, very solid player throughout his career so far in Oklahoma City. Another huge factor is how much better this team is even going to get going into next year, because coming out of this past season, they had not a lot of playoff experience throughout the entire roster. And you go into the playoffs, you beat New Orleans in the first round, and then you face the Dallas Mavericks, who have been to a conference final before, and Luka has been in the league for some time now. That same core of players had been on multiple playoff runs, but Oklahoma City just hadn't, because they're such a young team that just hadn't had a lot of experience yet. And while they're very talented players, they just hadn't had that playoff experience that really molds a core. And coming into this next season, they have that playoff experience. They went to 6 games against a team that eventually went to the NBA Finals. And coming into this next season, they've seen what it takes to win in the NBA playoffs. And if this core can continue to just improve, as they're so young and they have so much potential, if they can continue to improve going into this season, this team is going to be a very scary team to watch and to face for anybody in the NBA, including Boston. And going forward for this team, they have a very bright future for a lot of years. And if you look at a team even like the Dallas Mavericks, they have aging players on their roster and they have a lot of instability going forward. But a team like Oklahoma City has so many players under the age of 25 that even picking up Isaiah Hartenstein, a guy that's 26 years old and will play amazing backup center minutes behind Chet Holmgren, you have so many guys that can play high-level minutes that are under the age of 25 and are only going to continue to improve and get better as players. And this team also has a great chemistry on the court that translates to wins every single time, because we've seen great teams that don't have amazing chemistry. that was shown through the Phoenix Suns this last year, where you have three superstars, but they don't have chemistry and they don't turn out to play the same way as they were expected to. Anyways, let me know what you think of the Oklahoma City Thunder in the comments section below. Let me know if you think that they will win the Western Conference this season like they did last year, and if they'll make actually a conference finals run this year or even a finals run. God bless you all. I hope you have an amazing day, and make sure to subscribe to the channel as I'm trying to hit 1,000 subscribers by the end of September. God bless.